Hi guys, once again you're welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel. This time around we are here to give you another spoiler on Jordan Aqua. But before we start, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe so that the next videos will be uploading on this same YouTube channel. You'll be the first person to get them and then watch them. So today the spoiler is about Jala, Jordan and then Laboni. A new villain will be seen in Jordan Aqua not long to come. But the spoiler is very long, so we've decided to cut it short for you. So the spoiler is going to be in episodes. So we are going to have episode 1, episode 2 until when we are going to end that particular spoiler. The spoiler is only going to talk about how she came and wanted to get married to Jala and how Jordan tried to stop her and how she used her magic to possess Jordan and Jala and then use them the way she wants them to be, and how Jordan managed to kill her to save Jala, and how Jala also managed to remove her from Jordan's body when she died. So when she was alive she was using Jala, and then when she died she started using Jordan. So that's what we are going to talk about in this particular spoiler. It's very interesting. That's why we've gone for that particular part for you, so that it will keep you more entertained. Like I said, it's going to be in episodes, so if you have not subscribed, then it means you are going to miss the next episode. So make sure you subscribe so that when we upload the next episode you'll be the first to get them and then watch them. So stay tuned. Let's start with today's episode 1.
Another spoilers alert here. Stay tuned for more. This episode's only talks about how Laboni came into Jalal and Jodha's loves and used her magic on them. Scene 1. Jalal is sleeping. Jodha caresses his head and leaves. She brings thread. She ties one end of thread with Jalal's dress and other end to her dress. She says, I am sorry to tie you with me, but if you get up in night then I will wake up. 2. By this, I will protect you at any cost. She lies beside him. In morning, Murad is drinking wine. Minister comes and shows him special wine. He says, this is for you. Murad asks reason. Minister says, because your title will increase. I have sent man to kill Salim. All will think Pratap killed Salim. Then you will get throne of Mughal Sultanate. Murad smirks. Minister asks, should we have wine? Murad says, till I don't get his death news, I will not drink it. Minister says, you will not wait much. He leaves. Salim is angry that we have not find Pratap. Rahim says they can't stay hungry. They will come out soon. Salim thinks I don't know what they are eating. Other side, Pratap and Force are eating dry leaves. Pratap asks Minister to prepare for big attack. We will get food from it. Scene 2. Jodha thinks that if Leela is not magician, then who is doing it? I have to find out. Jodha comes to Laboni's room. She hides. Sangram is sitting in Laboni's feet. She says, you were good man and now you have become dog. Why did you come here? Jodha is shocked to see that. Laboni says, now you are my servant. You dance on my fingertips. She laughs. Jodha thinks this means Yogi were right. Sangram in under her influence and she killed my sister Leela. A Dasi comes there and greets Jodha. Laboni is shocked to find Jodha there. She makes Sangram stand. She greets Jodha. Jodha says, I came to talk to you. I didn't know you were busy with Sangram. I will come later. She smiles and leaves. Laboni have sigh of relief. Hashiyar is crying. Dasi comes and asks what happened. Hashiyar says Rux has denied to see my face. Dasi says maybe someone did black magic on me. Someone must be jealous with you as you were special of Rux. Hashiyar says this can be true. The time I find that culprit, I will present it to Rux and will finish that person. Laboni is dancing in her room. Jalal, who is in court, listens the music. He leaves. Jodha tries to stop him but Jalal keeps moving forward. Jodha follows him. Jalal comes to Laboni's room, who is dancing. She is happy to see Jalal there. Jodha hides and sees all this. Laboni comes closer to Jalal and smiles. He looks in her eyes. She greets him and says, how you came here? Jalal says, I listened to your voice and couldn't stop myself, so came to see your talent. She asks him to come in. She holds his hand, brings him in. She caresses his face. Jodha looks on. Jalal feels jittery. She asks, are you alright? Jalal asks where I am. She says, you came to see me singing. Jalal says I should leave. He leaves. Jodha thanks God. Scene 3. Jalal comes to Jodha. She makes him lie in her lap. She sings lullaby for him. Jalal feels jittery. He asks her to stop all this. Jodha says, you like to listen this. Jalal says yes, I like it, but I don't wanna listen. I am feeling uneasy. I wanna go from here. Jodha says there is one place where you will feel better. She brings Jalal to royal bathroom. She caresses his face. Jodha sit in royal tub in front of Jalal. She washes her face. She asks him to come in. You will feel better here. You like to take bath with me? Jalal nods. Laboni is waiting for Jalal and says don't know what is stopping Jalal to come to me. Dasi comes and tells that Jalal is with Jodha in bathroom. Laboni's is stunned. Scene 1. Jalal comes in bathtub. Jodha gives him bath. She washes his hairs and face. Jalal moves away from her. Jodha gets sad but then splashes water at him. He starts smiling and says, you wanna play game with me? Jodha says you can think like that. She splashes water. Jalal starts splashing water at her. 2. Laboni sees this from far. She fumes in anger. Jalal hugs Jodha. Laboni thinks this Jodha is making me angry, but soon I will go to 3rd level to magic and then Jalal will be mine. Tomorrow I will be in your place. She imagines herself in bathtub with Jalal playing with her. She gets romantic with him. Her imagination ends. She finds sacred thread on Jodha and Jalal's neck. She says this thread is stopping Jalal to come to me. I have to get rid of it. She leaves. Laboni comes to Damo. Damo asks where is Jalal? He must be with you. Laboni says he is with Jodha. Don't know why this is in our way? Because of her. Our magic is not working. Damo asks why? Laboni says Jodha has tied thread on Jalal's arm and because of that Jalal is not coming to me. Damo says what if Jodha has got to know about us? Laboni says no. If this was the case then she would have questioned me. She would have arrested me. Damo says we can't do magic till that thread is in Jalal's arm. Do something fast to get rid of that thread. Scene 2. Jodha is drying Jalal's hairs and thinks till when I will stop Jalal from going to her. Jalal is staring at her. She asks what? Jalal says I am looking at your beauty. He caresses her hands. He says when you are with me then I will become fine soon, but I feel I should pamper you a little too. He makes her sit. He dries her hairs. In Angkhan main tum jabs hagi gum. Plays. Jodha caresses his hands. She takes Jalal to bed, makes him lie, covers him with sheet. She sit beside him and caresses his hairs. Jalal sleeps. Jodha smiles. Ishq hai wo esses badal jojo. Halit plays. Jodha again ties one end of thread to Jalal's and other to her dress. She prays that Yogi return soon. Yogi is on journey. A great priest is shown busy in praying. Yogi comes to him, sit in his feet. Priest looks at Yogi. He says so they reached Agra? He recites something on ash. He says they are Damo and Laboni. They are great in black magic. You have to stop them but till this ash takes its color, you have to wait its morning. Sangram is sitting in Laboni's feet. She makes him eat chicken. He eats it like dog. She says don't make me angry ever. If you don't do my work then I will not leave you. Sangram says I will never make you angry master. He leaves. Laboni smirks. Scene 3. Jodha brings Jalal in garden. She says to Jalal that don't practice sword fighting today. You are not. Fine. Jalal says I will not get peace till I don't practice it. Soldier can't say that he is ill so can't fight. I will be fine by practicing. Jodha says okay but not for much time. Sangram comes to Jalal and says I have listened about your sword skills so thought to fight with you today. Jodha thinks he is an influence of her. What if he hurts Jalal? She says not Sangram. Jalal is not well. Jalal says let it be. He is our guest. I have listened about his valor. It will be fun to fight with him. Jalal brings out his sword. They start sword fighting. Laboni sees Sangram sword fighting with Jalal. She thinks that after all dog is loyal to its master. This Sangram is my dog that is fighting for me. He will bring that thread for me. Jodha is worried seeing Jalal and Sangram indulged in intense sword fighting. Jalal overpowers Sangram. Laboni gets tensed. Sangram tries to attack Jalal's arm but Jalal doesn't let him touch thread. Jalal throws him away and wins. Jalal makes him get up. He leaves. Laboni thinks this Sangram is of no use. I have to do something. Rahim says to Salim that you are taking risk. You can't go out. Salim says I can't sit here quietly, seeing my soldiers working day and night to find him. Rahim says what will I tell Jalal? Salim says if I lose then tell Jalal that he died as a warrior. Pratap's man attacks Salim. Rahim saves him. They attack the man. Rahim asks man who sent you? He is wearing Rajvangshi dress. Salim says this can't be Pratap's act. He is not like that. This work is of someone else. Man dies. Jalal says to Jodha that see I won over Sangram. Jodha says to Jalil that why don't you stop sword practicing for some days? Jalil says, do I ever stop you from prayers? Okay, I promise I will not practice till I get fine. Laboni sees ash in her hands and says, if I throw this dust on that thread then its effect will be gone. Laboni is with the pink dress and thinks that from today he will be hers, and Damo asks what is this, and Laboni says today she has put the ash on the tabioi and she will get sh today and all will know her as my mother. Damo is doing her tantra and Laboni in pink dress and says today and she has to say the mantra in Ja ears. When she captures his body, Damo says go and wait for Jalil in your bed for him. She has decorated her bed. Damo starts her magic. Jalil is sleeping in his room. He wakes up and imagines Laboni calling him to her. She says, Jalil, come to me. I am dying to unite with you. Jalil starts to leave his room. Thread creel attached to his dress starts unrolling. Jodha wakes up and doesn't find Jalil on Bess. She follows the thread to find Jalil. Jalil is going in jungle. Jodha is following thread. Damo is busy in magic. Jodha finds Jalil. She follows him. Laboni calls Jalil. Jalil comes. She is sitting on bed. Dressed in ball gown. Place is decorated with candles. Laboni says to Jalil that I was waiting for you. She does magic with her eyes on Jalil. She makes Jalil sit on bed. Jodha sees all this hiding behind bushes. She makes Jalil lie on bed. Jodha is about to stop Laboni but recalls how Yogi asked her to not challenge her openly. Wait for him to return. Jodha says he asked me to not stop her but I have no other way. I have to stop her. Laboni lies on Jalil and says I was waiting for this day. She opens Jalil's shirt. Jodha is stunned. Laboni caresses Jalil's face. She is about to kiss Jalil. Jodha shouts she henshaw. Laboni turns and gets angry seeing Jodha there. Jodha comes to her. Both angrily look at each other. Jodha says to her that I gave you respect as my sister and you are doing this with my husband. Laboni says I will tell you truth now. I am not your sister but Laboni and your husband is like this because of my black magic. You know who I am? Jodha says I know who you are. You have killed my sister and has taken her place. Laboni says why you are here? Jodha says I have come to take my husband. Laboni says I won't let that happen. This is last stage of my magic. I will get Jalil's body today and if you don't go away then I will kill Jalil. Jodha says my love won't let you do that. Laboni says I know your love has strength but today my strength has won over your love. It would be good for you to leave else you won't be able to stand. If Jalil is not mine then I won't let Jalil to be of anyone else. Jodha thinks what's to do. Yogi has not returned. I have to stop her till he doesn't come. Laboni says what have you decided? You want your husband to die? Jodha says no, don't do like that. I am ready to give you Jalil but don't do anything to him. It's important for Jalil to live then be mine. Laboni laughs and says you are smart. You sacrificed like a good wife. But listen, because of you my magic is stopped for today. I have to wait for next night. I will come to you and then you will give your place to me beside Jalil. Laboni says to Jodha that if you want Jalil alive then leave Jalil and palace. Jodha is stunned. She looks at Jalil lying straight on bed. Jodha says okay, I am ready to do that. Laboni smirks. Jodha thinks that for Jalil's safety I have to take this step. Scene 2. Jodha makes Jalil lie on bed in his room. She is about to leave. Jalil holds her hand and asks her to not leave him. Jodha sit beside him and says I am with you only. Jalil says I feel good only when you are around. I feel weak. Jodha says don't worry. I will not leave you. I am yours and you are mine. Jodha lies her head on Jalil's shoulder and says I love you a lot. She henshaw. She thinks how much I show my love but in end I will have to leave. Yogi Udungnath is with big priest. Priest makes dagger and says this can finish that magician but it can be used only once so use it wisely. Uday takes dagger. Priest says you have less time. If you don't reach on time then this dagger will be useless. Modi asked Jodha where are you lost? You seem tensed. Tell me if you have some problem? Jodha says nothing. Laboni comes there. Jodha stares at her. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more updates. Please like.